GTA 5 there's a lot of realism. Realism in the gang violence, in the nuances of crime. But this all changes when you look at the lowriders of Los Santos. This all starts with Lamar getting us involved in the worst scheme known to man, by confusing the fuck out of us to the point of agreeing to whatever he says. All I knew is that if he was smiling and laughing, people were gonna die. This is also when Benny's auto shop opened up in southern Los Santos, which was the only good thing to come out of any of this. Everything else was Lamar Davis manipulating us to commit mass murder and betrayal of a lot of different gangs in Los Santos, in the feeble attempt to make a moderate amount of money and drive a few lowrider show cars around that we could sell for a buck or two. But nothing prepared me for the nonsensical bullshit these jobs entailed. For they contained hundreds of hidden details that everybody completely missed. These missions also contained Benny himself, who is that guy that charges $100,000 to have a bobblehead on your dash. He also had a similar amount of social skills that we all did, but he played a very minor role in Lamar's grand scheme compared to the rest of us. As a matter of fact, the only thing Benny offered was the auto shop as a staging ground, which I guess makes Lamar and Benny friends, and it also offered some credibility to Lamar, although not much. I suppose that's some of the reason why we go along with his schemes, or maybe it's just the promise of inconceivable ill-gotten wealth. Whatever, it doesn't matter. The fact is, Lamar is a master manipulator of ambitious up-and-coming criminals, and you and myself were ambitious up-and-coming criminals. But as ambitious as we were all gonna do something very stupid. Seeing as none of us talked too much, there was no talking Lamar out of it. And trust me, I was able to see this shitstorm from a mile away. That did not stop me from doing every little fucking thing Lamar told me to do like a goon. And I not only had to do these fucking crazy ass missions, but I also had to trick my friends into doing jobs Lamar tricked me into doing. Fortunately, I still had a few friends that I hadn't backstabbed or brutally murdered yet, so I started networking with them right away. We ended up meeting where most criminals meet up at, run-down dock warehouses that have been long abandoned, where I conscripted all the friends I had left to Lamar's aid, using lies and narcissism to gain their trust. Eventually, they all caved in, and that's when Lamar drops the worst plan we've ever seen. He was going to disguise 4 white people as predominantly Hispanic and black street gangs, in the attempt to purposefully start a gang war so that we'd all be able to cleanly steal lowriders from the hood. He picked the Asian and Italians to be the African-American gang, which made almost no sense to any of us. Then he had a cocaine-induced hood rat speech about Julius Caesar, and we all immediately forgot how stupid the plan was. I mean, surely these gangsters would know something is very wrong when predominantly white goons driving gang-affiliated lowriders in the hood start an unprovoked gang war on enemy soil. This had to be the worst fucking plan in the world. It doesn't matter if these whips were convincing gang rides. It didn't matter if the baller's car could hit 130 miles per hour in under 6 seconds. And it definitely didn't matter if Lamar was staying behind. This whole mission spelled doom from the absolute beginning, even though we were really well equipped for the job at hand. Hell, that might be the reason why Lamar was so confident after all. He probably didn't know he was gonna regret all of this. But before he could use critical thought, he just randomly started rapping, then shoot us away like stray dogs so that we could commit mass murder on his behalf. And that's exactly what all 4 of us did in the most dangerous neighborhoods in Los Santos, with just a lowrider car against dozens of vagos on their home turf hood that we were going to slaughter. After that, we had no idea what to do, so we drove off in a fearful state, and we even forgot what our next target was, so we just started shooting up random liquor stores, in the hopes that at least some of the people we were killing were like guilty or vagos or gang members. It was truly a horrific scene, to be honest. We also may have accidentally shot a few extra guys, because I wanted Lamar to see that we were actually doing a really good job. So we killed the shot callers of the vagos as well, just like this. And it turns out that is actually a really bad idea, but we had to focus on the real target, the car meat. After the car meet, we linked back with Lamar, and he, unfortunately, congratulated us on a job well done. We had started a violent war between the Ballas and the Vagos, and definitely did not paint a target on Lamar's back, which he wouldn't really care about even if we told him. Then he started rapping again in a fit of gangster euphoria, and was making me real fucking nervous that he'd like pull a gun and kill us to cover it all up. He did start conspiring with my Yakuza friend. Fortunately, the Yakuza didn't speak any English. Unfortunately, I now knew that Lamar would betray me in a moment's notice, which I guess was the least of our concerns. It was also good to know that that this is the happiest we're ever going to see Lamar ever again, because all of our actions actually had some major consequences. Over the next few days, we began to learn some hard truths. We learned that the lowriders can only be afforded by millionaires. We learned that Benny is actually a notorious scam artist. And we learned that Lamar is actually fucking stupid. For not even 3 days later, he's getting us all to sell stolen lowriders. Oh, and not only are we selling them, we were selling them to one of the most dangerous syndicates in Los Santos. Oh, and it gets worse. Lamar started just randomly praying to Buddha to protect us, but not from the 2 street gangs that we killed. These 2 rides we were selling were being hunted by the police, so we had to make sure that we weren't even seen by the LSPD. Plus, these rides were not exactly the easiest to drive. I mean, at the very least, Lamar could have ran interference, but instead he leaves us to do everything ourselves, which at this point should be expected at all times. What we didn't expect was the deal location being uncomfortably hosted in gang territory that we recently visited, by the way, driving our only payday right past these guys. And it turned out that we were doing a deal with the Korean triads of Los Santos, who owns a vehicular export operation at the docks. However, our problem did not reside with the Koreans. They were perfectly fine with this deal. Our real problem stemmed from a bigger beast entirely: revenge. Turns out that when your buyers die, you end up making absolutely no money. And when you make no money, Lamar gets very emotional very fast. But when it turns out that the Koreans are friends with Vernon, who is a predominant shot caller for the Chamberlain gang families, this, of course, affects everyone involved with that drug meet. Therefore, the CGF puts a massive price on Lamar's head. And naturally, we get one on ours as well. Not only that, this pressed more police heat on Vernon and Gerald, meaning the lowrider deal turned into a series of arrests. And Gerald was one of those arrests. So to save our own skins, we had to save Gerald and Lamar Davis. Jailbreak and gang wars created a lot of problems, so we weirdly met up at a country bar to talk about possible solutions.
Come on, dog. Shit. Why you slow dragging? Bring your ass on. Hey, look here. According to this online course I've been taking, nothing says leadership material better than taking opportunities, right? So what better opportunities we got to put the Vagos out of business than to go shoot up the funeral of the boy Lil Al that y'all killed in the drive-by? Yeah, I know it's distasteful and very, very, very early 90s-ish, but fuck it. That's what these folks understand, and that's what I'm about. This is San Andreas, home of Vinewood, man. We don't do modern here, my nigga. We like shit the way it was. Old-fashioned gangster shit. And with that being said, we gonna push up to the funeral, and we gonna spray all his homies while they in mourning. I swear to God, I'm a gangster shit guru. You love that shit, don't you? You love that shit. This is history, and you part of it. So y'all get dressed, and I'ma hit you in a minute. Good luck, my nigga. But y'all don't need that, though, because y'all down with LD. Ha ha! Move it! Get a job, Buster.
After jumping some of the funeral members, we casually joined the funeral procession, with Ivan cautiously trying to blend in and also trying to drive under 110 miles per hour. For we were already in deep and there was no turning back. Any weird moments and we were fucking toast. Of course, we weren't actually there to bury Vagos. Hell, we weren't even there to really kill the Vagos. We were there to steal the coffins that they were moving. But the coffins weren't carrying bodies like they should. They were carrying something far more valuable. Something that could buy peace for us and Lamar. Something that would make us very rich. Something that would require a distraction. And something we needed to do very discreetly. For the coffins we were stealing contained cocaine. And if we stealed it, it would be our cocaine. But stealing cocaine was only one part of the puzzle. Everyone at the funeral was involved in the gang wars. If we killed these guys on the streets, they'd scatter and retaliate. But if we killed them at a funeral, we'd hit all of them at once. Hitting them all at once was great and all. Doing it with only 4 guys would be tricky, as we were going to be outnumbered and outgunned. That's why we decided to attend the funeral itself. It had the cocaine, the Vagos, and everyone there at the same time. All we needed now was a distraction.
We're here to pay our respect to the homies. They were soldiers, both of them. Vagos for life and death. They lived like men. And they died like men. Hey, you know how they say every cloud's got a silver lining? That's bullshit. Some clouds got no linings. They just depressing. And that's what this is. It's depressing. I grew up with these two. They were great men. Killers. Fighters. Warriors. Proud members of their community. Then again, some dead homies did leave some trash bags full of cocaine in the attic. So let's all stop looking so upset, eh? To the homies!
To the homies!
And all that cocoa. Brothers for life.
We can't have them coming. You cool. Go get those hearses.
After hitting the funeral, we actually pulled off a good score. There were no more Vagos, plus we had a cocaine supply to sell for profit. But unfortunately, the profit won't cover the damages of our actions. We still needed far more cash to appease Vernon, and even more money to settle things with the recently freed Gerald. So that's what led to the next part of Lamar's mastermind plan, stealing lowriders from the Ballas and Vagos.
You in the spot? Talk to each other. Take them down together. The ride you're torching is on the other side of the block. That car on the move. Be cool till we know what's up.
Then get the fuck out of here!
Don't choose this moment to make the first noise you ever made, dumbass. Open up on him. Now's the time, man. Push the car, hit the beans, out of here. I know what you're thinking. We in trouble now. But it ain't like that. One dude's hot water is LD's bubble bag. We chill. I mean, all we got to do is spy on the lowrider meet from on top of a building and in some bushes and then do some other stuff and we completely in the clear. Completely. Bring one of your peoples to the LS Bag Company in La Mesa and I'll spell it out.
What's up, y'all, man? Thanks for meeting me out here. Can you believe this bullshit? Can you believe these motherfuckers? Man, look, man, I knew these Vagos was dumb as a box of rocks, but seriously, man? We've been terrorizing these motherfuckers, and all they care about is their cars. They not yet worshiping at the Great Church of Lamar. Fucking fools, man. But a fool and his lowrider are soon parted. as said by no one yet, but I just said that shit. Cause if you can steal them, we can use them to stop your friend and mine, good old Vernon, from murdering my ass, which ranks depressingly high on his agenda, I heard. Wow. And I thought loyalty meant something. Fucking people, man. Everywhere I go, I've been offending people or getting ignored by them, and that's some bullshit, man. It make no sense at all. None whatsoever.
We were still running errands to pay our debts to the CGF. It turns out that stealing cars was working, but now we were messing with the Vagos a second time. But we had no choice.
An unfortunate mistake, dog. Come on, it ain't my fault fools out here knocking each other heads off like it's going out of style. Come on, G-Man, you know me, dog. I'm a hustler. I'm a gangster. Hard, man. It's families, man. And when Bernie cut me up with a samurai sword and feed me to his dogs, he gonna see families all inside of me. And that's when he gonna be sad. So come on, man. No harm done, man. G-Man, what's up, man? You gonna say something, dog? I got enough of the strong, solid, creepy types with these here folks, man. Gee, man, come on, my nigga, this families. Here, original Covenant ballers should be congregated. Take they bitch asses out. No one leaving that car site.
All that mayhem, we had to make sure to clean up the evidence. And I mean all of it. If these gangs found out this was us, they would retaliate hard. Just like the Korean car meet a few weeks back, only a lot worse. Now we only had one thing left to do. Make things even with Vernon of the CGF. But that, my friends, was going to prove very tricky.
Nah, V. Oh, no, V. Nah, V, man, come on, man. That shit ain't had nothing to do with me, man. Seriously, man. Man, I told G, man, to tell... I wouldn't even lie to you, man. You like a father to me, man. You the big homie, what I look like behind you, bro. And on top of that, I can't fucking lie to you, man, because I'm fucking scared, man. You might peel my cap. Have me come up missing or something, man. I know how you get down with them fucking car batteries. Come on, V, man. You gotta believe me, bruh. I didn't do nothing. This is what I'm gonna do, man. I'm gonna make it up to you, V. Come on, man. Listen to me. I'm gonna do it cause we cool. Cause I'm cool. Cause you cool. And you know, I look. Hello? Man, fuck. Fucking asshole, man. I'm dead as a motherfucker. I'm dead. And if I'm dead, you dead too. We all fucking dead, man. Fuck. But Vernon, man, this dude completely fucking lost his shit. Lost it. We gotta help this dude get his shit quick. We're gonna make a peace offering. That's it. Yeah, cause selling this shit last time, that almost worked, man. But this time, we're gonna get him more cars. A serious fucking peace offering, you know what I'm saying? But it gotta be some shit worth stealing. Don't get no bullshit. Don't get no bullshit, okay? Look, I need you to beat the streets. You get out there and see what's popping, and I'm gonna see what it do too. And all we need is a couple of fly whips, man. It don't take much. Just drop them off on the dude, and hopefully, shit, he'll kill me quick. Fuck, man. Goddamn. Look, man, what are you standing here for, man? Go on, get with the shit, man, and I'm gonna call you in a minute, man. ain't gotta worry about lowriders no more unless you trying to drop some of that hard-earned bread with your boy LD, though. Hey, y'all got homies coming? Sound like it's a gang of niggas out here. Oh shit, it's the Vagos, they riding on us. Protect the whips, man, go on. I left a pot on the stove. That's the fuck I'm talking about. Serve them fools, man. They know better than fucking with Lamar Davis. And I hope this keep that motherfucking burning quiet, man. You wanna know some fucked up shit? I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking, and you're right. It's a cruel and loveless world we live in. A world in which genes get bullied by gang politics and overbearing assholes like Vernon stop talent dead in his tracks. But guess what? That's some bullshit. It take more than 3 lunatic gangs and no ideas to stop Lamar Davis. I'ma be somebody, nigga, on the set.